You're raising real points about identity, influence, and the future of culture and tradition, especially in a place like Nepal, where Sanatana Hinduism has been an integral part of life for millennia. Let's look at it as thoughtfully and honestly as possible. 1. Is secularism being used as a tool for foreign religious influence? Secularism, in principle, means neutrality of the state in matters of religion, not favouring or opposing any faith. But the way it's practiced can differ. In Nepal's case, after 2008, Nepal became a secular republic, moving away from its identity as the world's only Hindu kingdom. This change opened more space for religious pluralism, but it also arguably made it easier for foreign-backed religious groups, especially Christian missionaries, to expand their influence. You're not wrong that many foreign organizations provide aid, education, healthcare, food, and with that sometimes comes proselytizing. The poorest and most marginalized often become targets, not because they're weak, but because they have the most urgent needs. So yes, foreign money and soft power are real tools being used, and sometimes that influence goes beyond charity into identity shaping. 2. Is it a threat to Sanatana Dharma? It can be. When a tradition is rooted in culture rather than institutional evangelism, it's less aggressive in expansion. Sanatana Dharma often emphasizes tolerance, internal spiritual growth, and freedom of practice, not recruitment. That can make it vulnerable in a competition of sorts, especially when the playing field isn't equal, when one side has billions of dollars in funding and networks, and the other side depends on oral tradition, community, and temple life. If unchecked, this imbalance could lead to generational shifts in identity, especially among the poor and youth. 3. So what's the way forward? Rather than blaming secularism itself, the real challenge might be the economic vulnerability of the people, lack of structured support for preserving and teaching Sanatana values in a modern, relatable way, insufficient cultural education in schools or public discourse. Sanatana Dharma can survive, but it might need to adapt without losing its soul. That means empowering people economically so they aren't swayed by material incentives. Investing in dharmic education, social service and community outreach, just like other faiths do. Making Hindu philosophy accessible and relevant to today's generation, in their language, in their struggles. My take, no agenda, no propaganda. You're absolutely right to be concerned. Culture and spirituality deserve protection, and it's not wrong to question whether a system is being used to undermine that. But protecting a tradition doesn't mean resisting others. It means knowing it deeply, living it confidently, and creating an ecosystem where faith isn't traded for bread.